जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
हाय शाबाश।
जय सच्चिदानंद पुलिनाथ जी, दीपकानंद जी।
जय सच्चिदानंद। આપણે ત્રણ છે સોફ્ટવેર.
Yeah,
ઓકે લેટ્સ 5 મિનિટ રાહ જોઈએ.
yeah,
Someone might join.
right, right.
Nobody
Normally,
talk.
okay, okay. पुलिनानजी अरे मैं तो बोला हूँ प्लीज
नमो वीतरागाय
नमो वितरागाय
नमो अरिहंताणम
नमो अरिहंताणम
नमो सिद्धाणम
नमो सिद्धाणम
नमो आयरियाणम
नमो आयरियाणम
नमो वत्सायाणम
नमो उपसायाणम
नमो लोये सौव साहुणम
नमो लोये सव साहुणम
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
ऐसो पंच नमुकारो
सौव पावपनासणो
तव पावपणासनो
मंगलाणं च सव्येसेन
Mangalanam to
मंगलानं च
Sarvesam,
सर्वेसिं
परमं हवै मंगलम्
Paramam
परमं
Havai Mangalam.
हवै मङ्गलम्
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo
ॐ नमो
Bhagavate
देवाय
Vasudevaya.
ओम नमः शिवाय
Om Namah
ॐ नमः
Shivaya.
शिवाय
जय सच्चिदानंद
Jai
जय
Sachidanand.
सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद कश्यप भाई sound is not coming so Lalita Ben
Not coming?
you oh
हाँ
Kashyap
आयो
okay
आयो
now yeah we can hear you
Yeah,
okay
yeah. One thing we were discussing last time about Dadaji was means uses special terms even in terms from English, to describe the things. So I found I was researched some things regarding overdraft. So it is very interesting because overdraft is actually a banking term. So what I found was that overdraft means it is a kind of a loan. It is a kind of a loan, with some restrictions and based on what the individual is earning. So it is not has any collateral, so it is only based on what the person is already earning. So but Dadaji has used this term. So what I understood was that this is also Dadaji also used as a kind of loan, because overdraft, he says that you will get if you donate something, you will get overdraft in the next life. So, but we get what we means we get a kind of a punya, so means a good merit deed. So that merit deed is also a kind of a temporary thing. So that is why I understood that he has described it as a kind of loan, because loan is not permanent. It is not. He didn't say it as interest or income. So to describe the merit deed, he described it overdraft. So this is what I understood from the research which I did.
Deepakan ji
Hey, Sachidanand. Okay, if you try to understand what happens in the bank and how they give you some money over your balance. So, Dadaji is trying to tell what I understand is this is an overdraft. So, you are taking more than, or you desire more than what you want. And that becomes a burden. So it's like your capacity, your balance was 20,000 and bank has given you limit up to, let's say, 50,000. Allow. They have allowed you, knowing you as a good customer. And you withdraw 40,000. So this 20,000 stuff is extra.
Extra.
Don't you have to pay it back?
You have to pay it back. Yeah, that is the important thing. You have to pay it back.
And apart from that, this was not your balance amount in the bank, reserve in the bank.
Hmm.
So is it going to be a burden, big burden, or it's okay?
Yeah, you have to pay it back. This is the important thing.
In the same way, we have overtaken happiness from this mortal world. And that is why while now that we have to pay it back, it
Means even the
really,
punya, we have to pay it back, right?
everything, you have to make balance zero.
Zero. Yeah, that is the important thing.
Yeah.
That is why he used the word overdraft and not income, because income you don't have to pay back.
Yes. But the moment you have even anything spillover,
Hmm.
anything more than zero or
Hmm.
negative,
Hmm.
then you have to be born again and you cannot get liberated.
Right.
So very nicely the way Dada has used certain terms to exactly pinpoint your mistake and try to find a perfect solution so that it never becomes any burden on you.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's what. So today's happiness is like overdraft taken from bank, which you have to pay it back, and when you have to pay it back, it's going to really be a pain in neck, how it is said. It's going to be a big burden on you. So he says, better be careful because while repaying, you will have to face nightmare only. So better be careful and be within your limits.
We have to be equanimous,
No, not just equanimous, but anything, the idea is anything taken from mortal stuff, vinasi stuff, perishable stuff, you have to pay it back. So you will feel good when you take it. But then how about paying it back? While paying back, it's going to be a big burden on you. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, we
And
have to.
it is like very nicely with the way that I said, while taking, while having, if you enjoy and you relish, then while paying back, you are going to face a big problem because that's going to be a big burden on you. You understand?
Yeah, but we like the punya merit karams.
It is there. We don't say no.
Yeah.
But Tata is trying to tell us that try to understand this. If you enjoy, if you feel good, when you get, then anyway it has to be paid back. While paying back, it is going to be a big nightmare, big burden.
So
And
how
then,
we handle the merit karam, just.
no, not marriage. We have to understand
Hmm.
that it is, first of all, it is result of the past karma.
Hmm.
Number two, that suffering or happiness which is felt because of this worldly happiness is not mine. It is five sense happiness, which is going to come and go
Come
temporarily
and.
only.
Hmm.
So if you relish it, if you enjoy it, and the outcome would be anyway, it will go. So when it goes, it's going to have a big kickback.
Hmm.
So be wise enough. It doesn't say don't enjoy, but let the body self enjoy.
Hmm.
You are not the one who enjoy the fruits of the Mediterranean deeds. And it both are five sense related only and temporary. So the body will have to undergo for pass through that happiness or unhappiness.
Right.
But you don't be part of it.
So,
So of course you will say, "Oh, I enjoyed, I like that so much," but immediately realize, "Oh, it is Kashyapji, it is doctor who relished it, doctor who enjoyed it. I'm not doctor." So in both happiness and unhappiness, you will stay calm and peaceful.
got it. Good. Thank you.
Jai Satchidanand.
Yes, okay.
Pulinanandji?
Yeah, see, uh, it is very simple. What overdraft Dada Bhagwan has used, he only wants to say one thing, that just like a bank overdraft, it has to be repaid. You temporarily got something. So, because of this charity or donations, whatever Lakshmi you are going to get right from the, say, birth in the next birth, that also is something temporary, that happiness or whatever, the worldly comforts, that is going to be temporary. And it is has to be paid back, but the paid back is in money terms in the banking. Here the significance is that this is just a temporary thing, the punya, and it is also going to get exhausted. So just be aware that it's going to be exhausted, and you can make use of that punya for spiritual progress or material progress, or it can go either way. When that punya karma is in effect, person may charge whatever, good, bad, whatever. But essentially, punya is overdraft. I'm sorry, donation, dan is overdraft. Essentially, it says it is going to be exhausted. You will experience it, you will enjoy it, and then again it's going to decay or it's going to get exhausted. Basically, it's temporary. So, what has to be paid back in bank draft terms? Here, it is going to decay or get exhausted. It's not permanent stuff.
Mm.
So that is number one. Now, this piece of information will help both those who are initiated, Mahatmas, and those who are not initiated, don't have that. And for them also, this piece of information is, okay, this is something temporary, and again, something more will be need to be done to attain permanent happiness. This will give them temporary happiness. So that piece of information, that it is a draft, signifies or connotes temporariness, impermanence. And for Mahatmas, it is simple that this is a happiness of the result of the punya of the previous birth. And for us, it is the punya of file number one and not me. So that awareness will help us in exhausting our punya, which we may have got today because of previous births, say overdraft. है तो सही, we definitely are extremely fortunate, and we have got not only punya, we have got punya no punya punya. Only then and only then we can get this gnan of self-realization, this knowledge of who we are. That comes under extremely high order of merit karmas. So using that, for us, it becomes easy. We see that today, whatever good things that we have got are the result of our past punya. Number one, they are of file number one, number two, and they are temporary, number three. So these three insights or awareness will help us in squaring off our punya today. And for a normal person, it just denotes that this is something temporary. That's what I understand. Yes, Sachin.
Thank you. Yes.
Jai Satchidanand. Okay, Deepakanandji?
Just quick. The idea of overdraft is these worldly temporary happiness taken from the five senses, they are equivalent to overdraft because that is not your happiness. It doesn't belong to you and it's not going to stay back. But this is like past life overdraft, how you take from the bank and it has to be repaid. So this worldly happiness or 5 sense happiness, it have to be returned. So like how if you have taken any overdraft from the bank, you have to pay it back, then what? You'll be left with nothing. So you must have something permanent. That is the idea. Jai Sachidanand.
Yes, sir.
Jai Sachidanand.
Yeah, that's a oblique point, that whatever happiness we take from this Pudgal, as you said, worldly happiness or body or sensory happiness, those are all on loan and will have to be paid back. And we are doing it, but Dada has explicitly made it clear. Everybody is paying back, Happiness taken in the youth from the body results in illness in the old age. Too much of happiness from eyes, watching movies or whatever. Then it results in eye problems at a later stage. So that suffering is a sort of a loan repayment of the happiness we took from our Pudgal or file number one. And there are a number of such loans which unknowingly we are squaring off. But Dada has explicitly said so. It's a piece of information for youngsters that whatever Podgalik soup you get by merit, just enjoy it, but do not get too engrossed into it, because then there will be loan and we call for repayment. So that's a oblique reference to overdraft or loan repayment. Jai Sachin.
Yes, sir.
Jai Sachidanand. Lalita Ben?
Jai Sachidanand. I thought some other people might have questions first.
There's
Nobody raised any hand.
no, nobody.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Shelia Ben came. Jai Satya, Shelia Ben.
Deepakanandji, Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji, Jai Sachidanand Rajnikandara, Jai Sachidanand Mahatmas. Only one thing which is I'm trying to understand is we say the self, that is Dada Bhagwan has said the self is shunya, that is basically zero. And then in the worldly sense, it means, and when we are talking about meditation state and all that, you're emptying out the mind, and that is the shunya state. But I think there's a lot of something I'm missing here, because there's a lot of difference. He says it's shunya, but it's also complete. So what is the difference between what Dada Bhagwan has said and what is actually understood in the worldly sense?
Pulitanji?
Yeah, I see. It's a nice thing that the Bhagwan has clarified. In the worldly sense, you're true. People says Atma is Shunya and all that. Other says no, not Shunya. It has a lot of properties, but it is Shunya from the Udgal point of view or worldly point of view. It does not have any Udgalic or other properties. It has its own individual properties, and that way, it is Shunya means it does not have, or it has zero Podgalic or worldly properties, gunas, That's the thing, એટલે ભૌતિક રીતે from the ભૌતિક point of view, it is shunya, but from its own point of view, it is full of properties. Atma has infinite properties like infinite knowledge, wisdom, power, happiness, like that. So on its own, this thing, it has a lot of properties, but from the worldly point of view, it has no worldly property. In short, one line. Shunya means it does not have any worldly or podgalic or matter-related properties. But on its own, it's got infinite other properties. So plain and simple. Atma gune karim shunya che means worldly wise it is shunya, but its own properties it has. That's it.
Yeah. So, but that means in like when you're meditating and all that, what happens when people who go into deep meditation, is it, and you feel that there's nothing there. They experience, when they describe the experience, they say it's just emptiness. That is the shunya they talk about, right? So that is what happens that in that state. It's not, is it just the mind? It is still the mind, right? In that case.
Bas, that's all. For the external world, what
Ah,
shunya they experience in a meditative
right.
state is basically they are focusing and concentrating on something, and the thoughts cease. The
Ah,
chitta is very focused.
right.
It is not wandering outside,
Hmm.
and the
Hmm.
mind is absolutely still. No thoughts
Hmm.
are coming.
Hmm.
So that state they describe as a shunya state,
Hmm.
where
Yes.
there are no worldly thoughts or chitta is not going out.
Hmm.
That inner peace, what they call it, or inner calm, they call it.
Hmm.
The
Ah,
intellect and the mind are calmed. That they term it as shunya, because
yes.
it's a temporary phase where they are, sort of isolated, or
Hmm.
they are sort of, liberated from all worldly thoughts, processes, and all things like that.
Hmm.
Detached. Let me use the word detached. They're
Detached.
detached
Yes.
from all worldly feelings, emotions, happenings.
Hmm.
All the five senses are not bothering them. The mind, the intellect, the chitta is absolutely still. It is also not bothering them. So
Hmm.
that zero thought state, they call it as shunya,
Honesty.
which is a
Yes.
temporary state, because Dada
Hmm.
says mind itself is chanchal, it's constantly operative. So you cannot still a thing which is constantly operative.
Right.
It's a
Right.
temporary thing. As this will remain, this state of experience will remain as long as that remains, meditation remains, say half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. Moment you leave that, again everything starts. So they feel
Yes.
that, okay, I've come back into worldly life, and here I was absent from worldly life, or sort of detached from worldly life, and
Hmm.
hence I was in shunya, hence I was in Atma. That is what
Hmm.
they call
Yes.
it, shunya.
That's
That
what
is
it
the
got.
shunya
Yes.
they call it.
Yes. Got it. Thank you.
Deepakanji, unmute, unmute,
Yes.
unmute.
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand.
Yes.
The idea is they say that between two thoughts,
Hmm.
that zero state
Yes.
is not the pure soul state, but
Hmm.
when the relative aspect and especially mind is silent
Hmm.
in zero state between two thoughts, between
Hmm.
two happening, that is where you experience yourself.
Yes.
That is basically they are trying to pinpoint that, right?
Yes. That's what they say. Yes. Very true.
Ah,
Very true.
actually, that is what Kaviraj Pad, very nice. I was just trying to find it out. Somehow I didn't get it. It says,
Hmm.
it explains the relative and the real, how it is zero and how it is one.
Hmm.
Do you understand?
Hmm. Got it. Got it.
So that's what the idea of that pure soul experience is not zero state, but pure
Hmm.
soul will be experienced when the relative was on zero.
Hmm.
You understand that?
Yes. Now I think.
That's how
Yeah.
they
It
say
is
that
clearer now. Hmm.
between two activities, when one
Ah.
activity has subsided and another activity has not started, that
Ah.
is where you are,
Oh.
and it is where you have to experience yourself.
Got it. Got it. Yes.
But truly speaking, pure soul being in a state of perceiver and
Hmm.
knower,
Hmm.
anything happening on the relative side, that is mind, body, speech. So body self side, they all get perceived.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's how you experience separateness from body self, as pure soul self. Being its nature to perceive everything that happens in the body self.
Hmm.
So, I mean, this is the idea. And it's like anything that pops up in our mind, speech, and body, you have to handle that. So it's like you have to come out of your pure soul self-perception and handle the relative. Like the way Dada said, that being a file.
Right.
Those
Right.
happening on the body self side, they are not just happening directly, indirectly, knowingly, unknowingly. We own them. And we believe my thought, my speech, my body.
Yes.
And that is where you have to bring that ownership out. You have to bring yourself from that ownership. And
Yes.
that is where the state of your soul self get experienced.
Got it. Because the main
And when
difference.
everything gets known,
Hmm.
that is where truly you have known yourself.
Yes, I
You
understand.
see,
Understand the
otherwise, having known that, everything gets known. And what does that mean? Knowing means having known that you are permanent, what you will know and understand and experience, everything other than my pure soul self is temporary.
temporary. Yes, got it.
What we believed as they existed, truly they don't exist.
Exist. Yes.
Correct? Because it is temporary.
Yes, yes. Got it. Pudgal is temporary.
All
Yes.
worldly happenings are temporary, related to mind, speech, body. Just a minute. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank
I got that part. It's nice. I just bring it.
Oh,
Quickly.
okay.
Pulinanandji, 1 minute, huh?
Hmm.
Okay, got it. Okay. शून्य है तत्व से, पूर्ण है पर्याय से।
पर्याय से।
शून्य है अद्वैत से,
अद्वैत से।
पूर्ण है द्वैत से। अद्वैत है तत्व से, जो पूर्ण है द्वैत थी से वो सूक्ष्मतम विराट सिद्ध, यह दादा भगवान है। I'll just give a quick explanation.
Yeah, describe these 2 lines, yeah.
It's just excellent. It is just excellent. Come
शून्य
again?
तत्व से.
Come again?
Yeah, from this, these 4 lines, if you could just go over these.
Yeah. When it says by its perpetual entity, pure soul entity,
Entity,
pure soul entity, you can't experience its existence. But when it gets manifested through perception and knowing, then it is complete, because it has power to perceive and know everything that happens on the relative worldly side.
Yes.
The Shunya zero in Advait means in the non-dual state.
Non-dual state.
That being in its non-dual state, all the manifested stuff on the relative side, which is full of duality, gets reflected in it.
Yes.
That is पूर्ण है द्वैत से वो, अद्वैत है तत्व से वो. Advait means it is free from duality.
Duality.
And पूर्ण है द्वैत से वो. इसका मतलब क्या है? When the relative becomes perfectly normal and natural, then that is where you will experience the pure soul self. Otherwise, until the relative is in its duality, then you cannot experience. And that is where finally he says, subtlest and yet highest is
Yes.
Dada Bhagwan.
Subtlest Sukshmatam.
Sukshmatam means subtlest, Virat
Yes.
is highest, Siddha means totally free and complete in itself is Dada Bhagwan, which is innate quality of perception and knowing.
Yeah, got it.
Jai Satchidanand.
Thank
Sorry.
you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Jai Satchidanand.
1 minute.
Okay.
Lalita, you said. Aptaputra 11, which part?
First, Purusharth.
Huh?
Purusharth.
Purusharth.
First part.
I'm not telling you. Uttararth or Purusharth?
Purusharth.
Purva.
Okay. Okay, I got it. 1 minute. Okay.
Deepakanandji, you're showing something?
Yeah, she wants. Okay.
What page is that?
173.
Is
Keep
it the one?
scrolling down, please. Keep scrolling. A little more.
Is it the one?
Yeah, this is the one. Keep scrolling.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay, right here. No, come down, come. Have a Visarjan. This one. This paragraph. Have a Visarjan એટલે effect છે. Go ahead and read it and then
Okay.
you can explain it.
I'll read it for you. હવે વિસર્જન એટલે ઇફેક્ટ છે. એ ઇફેક્ટ વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિના તાબામાં છે. કોઝિસ વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિના તાબામાં નથી. અમુક હદ સુધી કોઝિસ વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિના તાબામાં છે અને મનુષ્યમાં આવ્યા પછી અને તે આપણા હિન્દુસ્તાનમાં આવ્યા પછી આમ કોઝિસ વ્યવસ્થિતના તાબામાં નથી. એટલે આપણે કાયમને માટે કોઝિસ વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિના તાબામાં નથી એમ કહીએ છીએ.
Yeah, can you please explain that?
Okay.
What do you mean by amuk? You know.
The idea is whatever
Amuk
that
had to be.
happens is based on past karmas.
Correct.
But especially the way Dada has said, human beings from India who believe in Punarjanma, that is reincarnation, their intellect has reached that state of understanding that whatever I do, I'm responsible. I have to pay it back. So this is where whatever that happens as part of past karma Indian human society, that is Indian human, we can say that he becomes very vigilant and he corrects himself. So, although Vyavasthit is negative, with this vigilance, with this alertness, I will say, with the way Dada has said, unaware, awareness, awareness, alertness, exactness. So we are in the level of alertness because of this understanding of reincarnation, belief in reincarnation, in the sense, whatever I do, I'm responsible, I have to pay it back. So, as part of his Vyavasthit, things do happen, but then he doesn't remain quiet there. He, with this, is a resultant perception, parinamic drishti. Truly parinamic drishti, when you get pure soul knowledge, but this is a level of parinamic drishti that you have this belief of renunciation, reincarnation. And that is where the causes which is laid and caused by Indian human society is not solely dependent on karmic effect. Karmic effect could be negative, but this is where, with this wisdom of reincarnation and belief in reincarnation, he projects positivity.
That અમુક હદ સુધી causes વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિ ના તાબામાં છે. But he says
But
when you
he
come
has
to
said,
India, then you can say, when you take
yes.
Indian birth,
So
then you can say
it is
that
not.
it is not in that taba.
What does that mean? Because of this belief in reincarnation, he has compared with the Westerners to India.
Okay.
Although in principle they believe in incarnation, but that belief is not complete. And we completely have this belief of reincarnation. They say God is going to come back, but
Correct.
then we don't believe in incarnation. Although they say, but what does this mean? God is going to come back. That itself shows that there is a factor of belief in reincarnation, but it is not clear and firm. Well, the
Okay.
same thing is very clear and firm for Indian human. And it has come naturally. It has nothing to do that we have to take pride of being Indian. But we can say that we should take advantage of being Indian. That's all. So you can become a great guide for the world's happiness. And with that wisdom of and the foresight and reincarnation and good positivity, that belief is the whole world is my family, one family. And we are members of one family only. Correct? Litaji.
Okay, then I also want you to scroll down further.
Just
Oh, let Pulinanandji finish that, or can I finish
Please,
that?
Pulinanandji.
You see, it's a very subtle point, and you have brought out a wonderful paragraph. You see, I'm just reading the last two lines. Causes Vyavasthit Shakti ma taba ma nathi. એટલે આપણે કાયમ માટે causes વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિમાં તાબામાં નથી એમ કહે છે. So the basic principle is that whatever causes we lay, the effects will come, and the playing out of effects is in the hands of Vyavasthit Shakti. So that is plain and simple. Okay. Now this is the general principle. But when the jiva or the living being comes to India and as a human being, two factors, in India and as a human being, there, to a limited extent, Vyavasthit is responsible for the causes in India. Why? What happens in India is, his Krodh, Man, Maya, Lobh, they are enhanced, they increase. He has the ego that I am the doer and whatever I do, I'll be responsible for it, because he believes in rebirth. Essentially believes in rebirth. So he knows that whatever I do, I'll have to, I will have to experience the effects of that karma. So, and his kashais are at a heightened state. The kartapanu is opened up to let me put it, the ego. The ego has developed reasonably more vis-a-vis in comparison to the ego of human beings in foreign countries. There are humans in Africa, America, Europe, like that. But those are evolving human beings where the ego is minuscule, relatively. It just operates as the mind-body speech. So he is generally flowing according to nature. But when he comes to India, the ego it becomes prominent, and then he realizes that whatever I do, I will have to experience. I am responsible for it. That's the thing. Foreigners, they believe God is responsible. Good thing, God will help us. Bad thing, this thing. So they leave it to God. So that is the subtle difference Dada is trying to bring out in this paragraph. That because of that kartapanu, what happens is, depending on the circumstances a person is born into, in India, and those circumstances influence his causes. What cause he's going to lay down. Like I mentioned last time also, that if a person is born into a family of musicians, then he will have causes. Let me also be an expert violinist or a singer, a vocalist. If a person is a doctor or his parents are doing a lot of charity, then he will feel that I should also be doing charity and seva and all. So the circumstances, Vyavasthit is the external circumstances, are also responsible for the causes he is laying. So that is how Amuk Had Sudhi, partially Vyavasthit is dependent. Today Dada says Tamarama, you see, Dada says Bhav Karvani Satta Che Tamarama. You have the only power to do Bhav. Then Dada has also said, Ye Satta Pure Puri Tamara Hatma Nathi. I will not get Tamar Sanjog ne Adin ne. If a person is tortured by his family and all, he will say, Bas hai chutu chhe, moksha jao chhe. If he's not tortured, let me do this, let me do that. You see, that bhav also depends on the circumstances. So this is what his Dada is trying to say. Amuk had sudhi, ebi India ma avya pachi, causes પણ વ્યવસ્થિતના તાબામાં છે. That means Vyavasthit is just a set of circumstances. So that circumstance also influence the causes or the bhav you do in India. But because that is restricted to India, so he has said, પણ એટલે આપણે કાયમ માટે causes વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિમાં તાબામાં નથી એમ કહીએ છીએ. Because this is a small thing, but if I put it out like that, then there'll be a mess. So generally speaking, he has said causes વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિમાં તાબા નથી. So he has clarified where it is and where it is not. That's
it seems like a contradictory statement, We
Yeah, it is,
start
yeah,
by saying that.
but it's a very subtle point to be taken with a lot of proper understanding. Vivek se isko lene ka hai. To understand where it is in its hand, where the causes are in the hands of, and to what extent they are not, and in which situation causes are not in the hands of Vyavasthit. Both things are too separate, and there in that India rebirth and human form and all that, yes. Explain. So it's a subtle point, a very subtle point. Yeah. Yes, Satya.
Okay, read further.
Do we have time? Meera has her hand up.
Yeah.
Let Meera ask,
let's-
then I'll.
Fine.
But keep this page. I have the next question on the next page.
Yes, and I have something that maybe Auntie should go this time. I'll go next time because my question is about Siddha Kshetra and awareness in as in Siddha form. So I'll wait until next time because this is what we were reading in our the Aptavani 3, but I can ask next time. That's not a problem. Auntie, you go. No problem at all.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Deepakanandji,
Yeah.
next
Prashna
page.
karta. Next page.
Huh.
Further.
The second paragraph.
बरोबर છે.
That one.
This one.
No. બરોબર છે. This one.
This one બરોબર છે.
Let us read the question. પ્રશ્ન કરતા ગીતાનું પેલું વાક્ય કહે છે પ્રકૃતિ પ્રસવે સૃષ્ટિ. એટલે પેલું ભગવાને એમ કહ્યું છે ગીતામાં કે મારા વડે આ સૃષ્ટિ સર્જાય છે. દાદાશ્રી બરાબર છે. એમાં ગીતામાં અમુક બાબતો ખુલ્લી કરી છે. કેટલીક બાબતો એવી રાખી છે કે જ્યાં અધ્યાહાર રાખ્યું છે. આ હું જ્યાં કહે છે પોતે ત્યાં આ શુદ્ધાત્માની વાત છે. આ હું જ્યાં કહે છે પોતે ત્યાં આ શુદ્ધાત્માની વાત છે. એ કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન નથી. હવે લોકો છે તે પોતપોતાની ભાષામાં સમજે અને આ પ્રકૃતિ એ તો એમાં કોઈ જાતની આપણી મનુષ્યની કોઈ ક્રિયા ચાલે એવી નથી. અને આ પ્રકૃતિ એ તો એમાં કોઈ જાતની આપણી મનુષ્યની કોઈ ક્રિયા ચાલે એવી નથી. ઈશ્વરનું એ ચાલે એવું નથી. એ બધું આ વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિનું કામ છે. એક્ઝેક્ટ માણસ રૂપાળા ભૂપાળા કદરૂપા બદરૂપા બધું એના હાથમાં છે. અને તોલીને જરાય ફેર ન પડે.
That where he says who, so who જ્યાં કહે છે પોતે ત્યાં આ શુદ્ધાત્માની વાત છે. So what is that? What is he explaining that? I didn't get that. And what does adyahar mean?
Adyahar means incomplete statement. It is stated and it is not completed.
Okay.
Not further clarified.
Okay. So probably that's why the understanding is incomplete.
एक बताता हूँ.
Pending.
उसका मतलब प्रकृति प्रसव धर्मी है. प्रसव धर्मी का मतलब है लाइफ बिगेट्स लाइफ बोलते नहीं कि लाइफ यू गेट्स क्रिएटेड फ्रॉम प्रकृति ओनली. ये सृष्टि जो है वो प्रकृति ही बनाती है. एंड गॉड कृष्ण भगवान ने सेड પેલું ભગવાને એમ કહ્યું ગીતામાં મારા વડે આ સૃષ્ટિ સર્જાય છે. Actually, Dada has clarified over here that what is this world? आत्मा का विकल्प है. विकल्प means projected doership in the very presence of the pure soul. That is the cause of this world. Ignorant projected doership or projected ignorant doership.
Correct.
इसीलिए उसे कहा ये आत्मा का विकल्प है. तो आत्मा का विकल्प है. So it is stated like मारा वड़े सृष्टि सर्जाई छे. The subtle meaning behind it is that. And here what Dada said about okay, આ હું જ્યાં કહે છે પોતે ત્યાં આ શુદ્ધાત્માની વાત છે. એ કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન નથી. કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન means body self. કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન નથી.
Okay. Shuddhatma is Krishna Bhagwan.
yes, not bodhisattva કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન. હવે લોકો છે તે પોતપોતાની ભાષામાં સમજે અને આ પ્રકૃતિ એ તો એમાં કોઈ જાતની આપણી મનુષ્યની કોઈ ક્રિયા ચાલે એવી નથી, ઈશ્વરનું એ ચાલે એવું નથી, એ બધું જ વ્યવસ્થિત શક્તિનું કામ છે. એક્ઝેક્ટ માણસ રૂપાળા ગોપાળા જે it is karmic effect basically, and karmic effect is totally mechanical. But
Toli
in the
toli
very
ne
present,
measured is that toli toli ne?
what it means in perfect order.
Okay.
There is no
Exactly so.
miscalculation or there is no intervention. It
Okay.
comes as it is based on what was caused.
Okay.
Nobody can manipulate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he said Vyavasthit, exact.
Correct.
And his state of being was exactness. That's one.
Okay.
Pulinanandji, you want to add something?
Yeah, just little bit. You see, what he's trying to say, someone has picked up a stanza or something from Gita and he's saying, Dada, Gita, Ma Krishna Bhagwan Prasoi. એટલે મારા વડે સૃષ્ટિ સર્જાય છે. No, that is a little bit of interpretation of that gentleman. So Dada has said that Gita, some things have been stated clearly, some things have been left open, unclarified, as you said. Adhyar is not very specifically clarified. One of the examples of that in-specific clarification is wherever Krishna Bhagwan has said who, he has referred to who the Shuddhatma, not who the body self Krishna.
Okay.
So one of the typical misinterpretations of Gita is Krishna says that બધા ધર્મો છોડી મારા ધર્મમાં આવી જા. Leave all external dharmas and come to me. So people have interpreted as leave all other religions like
And
Jain
follow
and
me.
others and follow the Vaishnav dharma.
Right.
No, here Dada says that Mara dharmama etle Mara means Atmana dharmama. Come in the soul properties. Leave all the podgalic or the sensory dharmas. The dharma of eyes to see, the dharma of ears is to listen, the function. Dharma means function. So leave those functions, leave those dharmas and come into my dharma. The dharma of my means the dharma of the pure soul, which is just to be observer, vinata drashta. So there, what has been grossly misinterpreted is what Dada is trying to say. Wherever Krishna has said me, he has referred to me, the pure soul.
Okay.
And then he says, what you told that the gentleman, the person Prashna Karta, that Prakruti Prasava, Dada says that Prakruti means it's part of Vyavasthit Shakti. The body that you're getting, Rupada, Bupada, Kadrupa, beautiful, not beautiful, handsome, not handsome, all that is part of Vyavasthit Shakti. That's what Dada is saying. It is not in your hands and it comes precisely. Toli means exactly
so.
The way you have laid down the causes or the karmas.
Okay.
So in those measured terms, very precisely nature will give. So that is the two things. Toli and whom. Yeah, that's the two things. Okay. Jai Sachin.
Thank you. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Just a few minutes. Okay.
You can wind up. No, nothing really much. Good thing. I would just say, Lalita ji, do keep such things back up. Nice reading and nice subtle points are coming up. It's a revision for us and everybody. A very subtle point over here. The previous one, Amuk Had Sudhi, cause Vyavasthit Atma hai.
Yeah, that just kind of totally threw us off, neither. So she said, Auntie, please ask Aptaputra.
No, but Lalita ji, Tata has said for Indian it is not applicable. So he has generally said that it is not in the hands of Vyavasthit. For Indians it is not applicable. If you want, I can bring it back.
Yes, no, I saw that. Yeah,
but for people outside, yes, it is because of their no belief in incarnation. So they don't understand the repercussion of what they are doing out of their own karmic effect.
Mm-hmm.
So
When
they
you
will
just read
support
it
that.
like that, it was a little confusing. That's why we wanted to bring it up for discussion,
Correct, correct.
a
So
clarification,
that's
really.
why he has said Bhav Purusharth.
Mm.
Without knowledge, you have Bhav Purusharth. And see, there is certain thing what Dada has said and what other saint has said. जो तू जीव तो करता हरि. If you are mundane person, common man, layman,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then God is doer. And if you are Shiva, if you are enlightened, then understand the truth. तो
Correct.
वस्तु खरी. So both we have to, the world is, we have both people, layman
Mm-hmm.
and the enlightened ones also. So
Mm-hmm.
for layman, this remains true. God is doer.
Mm-hmm.
So without my desire, nothing happened in this world. What God has said, everything I'm doing. And if they are not God fearing, they will do anything.
Correct.
So you don't have to be God fearing when you are enlightened. When you have the wisdom of knowledge, then that because God is your own true self, self identity.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay, Jai Sachidanand, time is up. So,
Jai Sachidanand.
Deepakanandji, the three mantras.
Jai Sachidanand Namo Vitragaya,
Namo Vitragaya.
Vitragaya.
Namo Arihantanam,
Namo Arihantanam.
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam,
Namo
Namo
Siddhanam.
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam,
Namo
Namo
Ayariyanam.
Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajrayanam,
Namo
Namo
Vajrayanam.
Vajrayanam.
Namo Loe Sarvasahunam,
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukaro,
Eso
Eso
Panchanamukaro.
Panchanamukara.
Sarvapa Vapnachano,
Sava
Sarvapama.
Pavapanasano.
Mangalanam Cha Sarvesin,
Manglanam
Mangalam
Chaturvechan.
Chasavasing.
Paramam Havai Mangalam,
Paramam Havai
Paramam.
Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vas.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah
Om
Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya.